future of Guyana has never looked better. Our nation is on the cusp of a development program like never seen before. While Guyana is now emerging as an energy giant through the discovery of massive reserves of oil and natural gas, it is your government's intention that the huge benefits emerging from this will go where it matters most, to you, the people of this beloved country. There is a surge of confidence in the way Guyana is governed once again, and the level of investor interest is unprecedented. Guyana is poised to become the breadbasket of the region, and the pace at which this nation will grow through prudent fiscal management will be nothing short of impressive. But more than anything else will be the way every Guyanese, regardless of color, class, or creed, becomes a part of this historic period of national transformation, sharing in the wealth and well-being of it all as one Guyana.
Minister of State Joseph Harmon at Monday's post-cabinet press conference updated the media on several key issues. The minister announced that the cabinet met on July 31 and received the Education Ministry's high-level committee report and the Commission of Inquiry report. A response was then prepared by Cabinet, which was communicated to the Guyana Teachers Union at a meeting on Thursday, August 9. A green paper on the proposed Natural Resources Fund will be laid in the National Assembly shortly, following Cabinet's approval. The paper, Minister Harmon said, is intended to stimulate discussion and put forward key issues regarding the oil and gas sector.
The paper included information on why a Natural Resources Fund was necessary and proposed short and long-term plans to deal with fiscal and financial issues related to oil and gas revenues. The paper addressed the options for resource allocation, investment, and savings to be considered in relation to the disbursement of the expected oil and gas revenue.
The Belt and Road Initiative, signed between the government and the People's Republic of China, was also highlighted by Minister Harmon.
Some of the projects that are under consideration will, of course, be the Linden-Lethem Road and several ICT projects that are in the pipeline. I can't give you the full list of those right now, but I know for sure that some of the infrastructure projects are there. Now, you'd recall I've seen some comments or commentaries in the media concerning our embracing of this project. I want to say to the media and to Guyana at large that Guyana was one of the first countries in this hemisphere to give diplomatic recognition to the People's Republic of China. And that was since in 1972. And many countries have since then given diplomatic recognition to the People's Republic of China, but we were the leading country in this entire hemisphere. And so a project such as this that is transformative in nature, I believe that there's absolutely no reason why Guyana should not take advantage of it. As I said, also I've read about the experience of Pakistan and countries like that, but we are basically taking our time. We have prepared carefully laid out projects, and therefore we'll have clear timelines when which things are to be done, and we'll have careful monitoring of these projects.
As the situation in Venezuela continues to worsen, it was announced that Cabinet has greenlighted the setting up of government-controlled migrant centers with international assistance in areas facing an influx of persons from the neighboring country.
Coordination between the Guyana Police Force and the Ministry of Public Health to address health issues, including vaccination and immunization of the migrants, and the distribution of relevant posters in the requisite language to assist in communication with the migrants were also discussed. The Department of Citizenship, in collaboration with the Guyana Police Force, continues to monitor the arrival of Venezuelan migrants closely. It has been reported that the last group that arrived in Guyana consisted of 42 persons.
Cabinet also approved a report on the recently concluded National Two Shows Council Conference and gave guidance on the holding of similar future activities. The Cabinet also approved the appointment of several honorary consuls.
Cabinet approved the appointment of His Excellency Mr. Nils Martin Guneng as the non-resident ambassador of the Kingdom of Norway to the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. Ambassador Guneng will be resident in Brazil and succeeds Her Excellency Mrs. Odd Martin Weg. Cabinet welcomed the appointment of Ambassador Guneng, which is expected to enhance relations between Guyana and Norway and the continuity of strong bilateral relations, particularly in relation to the development of our renewable energy resources. Cabinet approved the appointment of Mr. Ralph Hemsing as Honorary Consul of the Republic of Austria to Guyana. Mr. Hemsing also serves as the Honorary Consul for Germany to Guyana. Guyana currently benefits from Austrian support in the areas of disaster management and the enhancement of energy efficiency through the Caribbean Disaster Management Agency, CIDEMA, and the Caribbean Center for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency, and is expected that the appointment of Mr. Hemsing will help to increase cooperation between Guyana and Austria in other areas of endeavor.
The attendance of 2 Guyana Police Force ranks at the cybercrime course in Jamaica from August 13 to 24 was also greenlighted by Cabinet.
The course is designed to provide participants with the knowledge, skills, and competence in digital forensic necessary to combat cyber and other related crimes. It will also examine the complexities of cybercrime, their implications for national security, and the vulnerability of Caribbean nation states to the use of the Internet and other ICT media in criminal activity.
The procurement of several contracts by procurement agencies was noted by Cabinet, the Minister of State said.
For the extension of the Warapoka Primary School, Mabaruma, Region Number 1, the Ministry of Communities, for the sum of $16,434,000, a contract awarded to A. Nazir and Son Contracting Services. For the extension of the Port Kaituma Primary School Annex, Region Number 1, Ministry of Communities, for the sum of $17,488,000, contract awarded to International Import and Supplies. For the extension of the Sacred Heart Primary School, Mabaruma, Region 1, Ministry of Communities, for the sum of $15,762,000, contract awarded to AAV Ragobir General Construction. For the rehabilitation of electrical infrastructure of 3 dormitories at the President's College, Region 4, Ministry of Education, for the sum of $23,565,000, contract awarded to A. Ogracine and Son. For the construction of a police station at Parfaith Harmony, West Bank Demerara, Region Number 3, Ministry of Public Security, for the sum of $53,091,000, contract awarded to A. Ogracine and Son.
Contract works for the doctor's quarters on Waterloo Street, Buxton's drainage, the MV Macquarie's dry docking, and digital crime mapping contracts were also among those greenlighted by Cabinet.
This crime mapping consultancy will depict spatial depiction of crimes in Region Number 4. The project will give serious crimes and geocode them, that is to say the occurrence of crime as per geographic locations, and create communicative maps so that Guyanese citizens will be able to see a digital map that depicts where crimes are occurring based on crime data. Citizens will have the opportunity to zoom in on this digital map, and this information will be color-coded and will include types of crime, date, time, and location. This information will be displayed like Google Maps and other street maps that are available on the internet.
Minister Harmon announced the appointment of a new Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Harold Davis Jr., for the Guyana Sugar Corporation. A new board of directors is also expected to be installed by next week. Minister Harmon said there have been several expressions of interest from potential investors for the sugar sector.
We're having proposals now for the entire industry, including the 3 estates that remain in Gaisuku. So there's a lot of interest out there, and I'd want to say that we want to make sure that we take our time to get these things right. It is clear that in the divestment, it's basically going to be a transfer of significant land sales from the state sector to the private sector. And we want to ensure that it is done transparently, that there's some consultations with the persons who are likely to be affected by this and these things. We are not just dealing with land, simplicity. We are dealing with land on which human beings live, on which there was economic activity taking place. And so we have to be very careful about these things.
Roundabouts. Approaching a roundabout. When you approach a roundabout, you must use your indicator if you intend to turn left or right or make a U-turn at the roundabout. You must give other road users sufficient notice of your intent to turn. Entering a roundabout. When entering a roundabout, you must slow or stop to give way to any vehicle already in the roundabout. You must also continue to use your indicators if you intend to turn left or right or make a U-turn. Turning left. When turning left, you must indicate left on approach and be travelling in the left-hand lane unless there are road markings with other instructions. Stay in the left lane and exit in the left lane. Turning right. When turning right, you must indicate right on approach and be travelling in the right-hand lane unless there are road markings with other instructions. Making a U-turn. When using a roundabout to make a U-turn, you must approach in the right lane and signal right. Changing lanes in a roundabout. Drivers may change lanes in a roundabout if they wish. The usual road rules for changing lanes apply. You must use your indicator and give way to any vehicle in the lane you are entering. Going straight ahead. You don't need to signal when approaching the roundabout if you are going straight ahead. You may approach the roundabout from either the left or right lane unless there are road markings with other instructions. Exiting a roundabout. As when you exit a road, you must signal left when leaving a roundabout, if it is practical to do so, and you should stop indicating as soon as you have exited the roundabout. However, when you are travelling straight ahead on a small single-lane roundabout, it may be impractical to indicate when exiting.